What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to yet another edition of the Wayback Throwback. When we jump in the Wayback machine, back to a time where life, well, didn't suck so bad like it does now. I'm your host, Fat Ninja, and I got my partners in crime with me. We got the sarcasm specialist, the Riv. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hanging in there. Just ready for this week to be over already. I'm tired. I'm getting too old for this shit.
I heard that. I definitely heard that. And now we got our independent contractor, Pook Ninja. What's going on, brother? How are you, sir?
Oh man, just feeling my age today, man. Feeling cranky and old, and
See?
I feel
See
like
what I'm talking about?
yeah, man. I feel like old cranky fat bald headed. Oh wait a minute, I am an old cranky fat bald headed guy. So,
You know Danny Glover was only 41 when he said he was getting too old for this shit in the Lisa Rush
damn,
movies.
shit. I'm definitely getting too old for some bullshit.
Man, for real, for real.
Yeah.
And we got the indie wrestling aficionado. We got PK Punk. What's going on, brother? How you doing this evening?
I'm very good. I've just about got my hearing back and my neck back in order after headbanging away to the mightier Monomarth and Machine Head all Monday night, and just about got my voice back as well. So good timing, really.
Nice, nice. And we got our tech specialist behind the scenes, Obi One Jabroni. What's going on, my dude? What's happening?
Oh, not a lot. Pretty much feeling it today for some reason. I don't know. I think it's a running theme with everybody,
No,
with the tiredness.
I think he's in better shape than any of us because the Tekken 8 trailer dropped
Yeah,
on
yeah,
last night.
yeah.
Okay, quick check on the chat. We got Dan B. He's still feeling the illness, that vid.
Down
Uh,
with the
he- yeah,
sickness.
yeah, down with the sickness, bro. Yeah, we're still rooting for you, bro. Still praying and sending good vibes your way, bro. Hope you get well
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, get better done.
And Nitro Freak, he checked in. Sup, y'all? Want to stop in and say hello? He's got a premiere starting at the same time, Ninja, but wanted to pop in and say hi, bro. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Nitro Freak. Yeah, Nitro Freak. Like I said, if you haven't got his channel yet, please go check it out. I mean, it's not just about RC cars. He exposes frauds here on YouTube, and he shits all over him. So if you want a good laugh at people that he exposes, please go check out his channel. And also Dan B. Dan B. He doesn't make a lot of content, but he's a good, solid dude. So if you got some time, float over there to his channel and give him a sub. I'm sure he would definitely appreciate it.
RC cars is a hobby I always wanted to get into, but never did. I remember as a kid, I always wanted a grasshopper. If you remember that RC car, it was called the
Oh yeah,
grasshopper.
yep,
My mom
yeah,
said, "Hell no," because that thing was like $100 or something. And she's like, "You guys will have that broken 15 minutes." And I'm like, "No,
right,
no." Or
right.
like the gas-powered RC cars. I always thought those were so cool.
Us gamers had to settle for RC Pro-Am on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
I had to settle
right,
for RC Pro-Am, which was good too.
right, right. And we got Nora, the Stock Explorer. She said, early thumbs up. Thank you, Nora.
All
Thank you so
right.
much. Another awesome channel. She's not all about stock tips, even though that's what she specializes in. She also is just a good, positive personality. So if
Yeah.
you need a pick me up on a dreary ass day, normally she's driving to work with her cup of coffee and her awesome dog Freedom, which is a super awesome name for a dog. Go check her out. YouTube channel, The Stock Explorer. Make sure you go check her out too.
Yeah,
And
Nora's good people. I've met her before on other
yeah,
channels, and she's cool.
yeah. And we got Gonzo. All hail the time travel show.
We're going back in time, Gonzo. We going back in time, brother.
And we got Blaze. What's up, brother?
What's
Yes,
up?
check his channel out also. Yeah, if you like some cool ass dudes that like to just sit around, just talk shit, and watch some videos and hey, smoke some weed. Those are guys for you. Bunch of good dudes over there. Dan B is also one of his big time supporters, and yeah, Blaze is a cool ass dude, man. Cool ass dude. Be sure to go check out his YouTube channel. All right. Obi, so before we kind of get started, you got some quick game sales going on right now.
Yeah. On the Xbox store, there's a lot of sales going on, but I think the standout one is for a lot of people on this show, and I don't know about people listening, is Blue Dragon on Xbox
Nice.
360. It is backwards compatible on Xbox One and Xbox Series. It's a JRPG, I believe, right? So.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
I believe it's hard to find the physical version. It's hard to get hold of. It's rare.
Yeah, I
Not in the
believe so.
state. Not in the states. I run across it quite often. I mean, it's
Okay.
like maybe a $20 game.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
$4.99 if anyone's
There you
interested.
go.
Well,
And the
Obi
artwork's
sounded,
done by the same artist that does the Dragon Quest and Dragon
yeah,
Ball.
Akira Toriyama. Yeah,
Yeah.
who does Chrono Trigger
Yep, that
also.
guy. I ain't gonna pronounce the name because I'll give my tongue a stroke if I try to pronounce that
Yeah,
name.
no, Obi sounded excited. He sounded like the merchant from RE4. Got a lot of good things on sale today, stranger.
Oh,
Hell
shit.
no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Also, there's a couple of Capcom games on sale. Capcom
There you
Fighting
go.
Collection and Capcom. There's a bundle with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition and Capcom Fighting Collection. It's like a bundle, so you get a ton of games there. I believe Tekken 7's on sale too, but I think PK has more info on that one.
Yeah, there's two versions of Tekken 7 on sale on the Xbox store currently. You've got the Originals Edition, which is about 50% of the DLC content with the main game for about £15, or for £18.99, so not that much more money in all in the grand scheme of things. You can get the Ultimate Edition of the game, the Definitive Edition, which is all 4 season passes, plus all the DLC, plus all the extra costumes. So it's about 95 quid when it's not on sale. So it's quite a heavy discount. So if anyone's even remotely considered playing Tekken 7, or like myself, I really enjoyed it when it was on Game Pass, then disappeared, I'm really tempted to pick it up while it's actually on sale.
Nice. Very, very nice. Going back to chat real quick. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love, bro. By Blaze. No, man. Hey, thank you, dude. Because ever since the first day I came across your live stream, we've been cool. And then Dan B was showing love, Easy Digging was showing love, and all the myriad of other people that come into your live streams. You show me nothing but love. So got to give it back. So no problem at all, my friend. No problem at all. Okay, anything else, Obi?
No, just quickly, those Capcom sales, they're on everything that's available. I guess there may be a lot of sales going on right now because it is TGS right now.
Mm,
So
yeah,
a lot of the Japanese developer sales will be going on right now. So it's always a good idea to wish list these things as well.
yeah, yeah. Make sure you keep those wish lists updated because a sale can. I mean, hell, now these days, man, they hold sales just because they want to hold a sale. It's like, you know what? We're bored today. Let's have a game sale.
Yeah.
So yeah, so make sure you keep your list updated.
I,
What's up, Ray?
I'm a criminal, so everything's on sale for me all the time. I just hope I don't end up rated like the My Pillow guy.
Oh shit! You gotta warn me before you say shit like that. Ray. Oh damn, damn. Quick update on the fundraiser. It is still going for the rest of this month. We are now up to $290 actually, and big shout out to Weave from Weave's World, another awesome supporter of Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio. His YouTube channel is just like his word, Weaves World, and he does banners and logos for free. The only stipulation is you had to be subscribed to his channel. If you want to see some of his work, look no further than my new logo and my new banner for my YouTube channel. He's the one that did that. And when you go to his channel, you'll see the crazy amount of awesome work he's done for other people. So, yeah, thank you, Weaves World, so much. Truly, truly appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and move on to what we've been playing. So, Pook, I'll go ahead and start with you, bro. What you been playing so far this week?
Uh, just a couple kind of older games. I hooked up my Japanese PlayStation and been playing the Japanese version of Parasite Eve, and having fun with that. I haven't played that in years. And then hooked up one of my 360s, and I have the X-Men arcade on there, and I've been playing that. I even did I even captured it playing it and played through the whole game with Wolverines. So.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, awesome. PK, what about you, sir? What you been playing?
I've been playing a bit of Mario Golf on the Switch, the newest version, while I've been trying to chill in bed, and I've been enjoying it. Actually, it's not as good as the GameCube one. Is still like the bar as far as Mario Golf games go, but it's fun. And Demon Slayer, Hinokami Chronicles. I'm in a bit of a Demon Slayer obsessive mode at the moment. I actually bought the box set of all 23 volumes of the manga somewhere. I'm also reading and working my way through all those, which because I've caught up on the series up to the end of the Entertainment District arc where they currently are now. I just don't want to have to wait for them to adapt it, and I want to read it and see where the story goes.
Nice, very nice. Dan Beast, I'm assuming that's Need for Speed Heat. I think he's been playing that, and let me see, Blaze, Call of Duty. He's been playing Call of Duty this week. Awesome. All right, Riv, what you been playing this week, sir?
I've just been I've been working a lot, but I got a little time to just chill with Final Fantasy 14, sort of get in the groove with that a little bit. Give myself a day or two off from now that I finished Final Fantasy 4. I did stream all of Final Fantasy 4, by the way, just to let y'all know. But I'm now doing the sequel games, the Interlude, and then Final Fantasy the After Years, which came on the Complete Collection, which you can get on PSP. That's probably the definitive edition of FF4. But not a lot of people played either of those games because the Interlude I think was only on PSP. And the After Years just didn't have a lot of people don't know there was a sequel to Final Fantasy 4, believe it or not. So I'm going to be playing and streaming those throughout the week as well at some point. Just because now I finished the first one. Before I go on to 5, might as well finish the direct sequence, you know?
Right.
Replay those. Right. Yeah.
Awesome. Gonzo. Am I the only one who finds it strange that a time travel show sounds like a video game show? Love you, Gonzo. Crazy fucker. And Obi, what you been playing this week, sir?
Unfortunately, nothing, because all these events are going on. So, got to read up and watch trailers just in case, and talking to other people about this stuff. And the Tekken 8 trailer didn't help. I've watched that about 100 times now. It's good. I'm kind of keeping it low key here, but the hype levels are kind of like, holy shit! Just give me more. Give us at least more information.
I keep seeing people saying, "I'm just waiting for them to renege on Heihachi being dead." I sent you a meme over on Gilded, and they just show like a robot show.
I need to log it in. Yeah, it's the trailer's fault. It looks so good. It looks amazing. It really does.
And that wasn't, by the way, that wasn't a cutscene. That was actual in-game play.
Yeah, it was actual gameplay. Yeah.
So that's
that was actually in-game game. Wow.
Yes, okay. That is how it's going to look when you play the game. That is not just a cutscene. So that's mind blowing. That's what they needed to do.
I think the voice acting's a bit sus, but. Yeah, from that.
Tekken's always looked really good, and the voice acting's always been like they could go either way. So it's on track for being a good Tekken game.
anytime I have the option, I change the voice back to Japanese with English subtitles. Any of those games, but we'll see if they got that or not. Yeah. Typically, I do that, then I don't have that problem.
Oh man. Okay, we got somebody named Cough. Okay.
Cough?
Oh yeah, she's on my usually comes into my streams. How you doing?
Okay, cool. Welcome to the show. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and slide over to our first topic.
Stay with us. Thundercats will be back after this.
All right. So let's go ahead and put that up here. Topic one. Okay, so now let me set this up. Okay, so has the indie genre had made a permanent footprint on the gaming industry? So now the context of this is so many indie games are based off of games from back in the day. Hence the
Mhm.
reason why we put it on today's show. So
Mhm.
now the question is, fellas, do you think the indie genre has it actually cemented itself permanently in the gaming sphere as a whole? Riv, I'll start with you, sir.
I mean, it's there. It's its own genre. It's its own little subsect in a way. I don't play that many indie games. Not to say that there are bad indie games. There are good indie games. But I mean, if you're looking for a bunch of games that just chill, for a cheap little amount of money, it's there, and it's across a lot of genres. There's a lot of stuff that comes out that people can play. I think we have to really give credit where it's due to Microsoft for this one. As bad as I hate to give the devil their due, as much as I hate Microsoft as an evil company, sorry, Obi, but Xbox, were the ones who sort of put indie gaming on that map with the Xbox 360 and allowing it into the store where you had this market to really pick it up. I think they did actually more for indie gaming than Steam in that regard. But I really think had there not been that sort of bridge for console players to get into indie gaming, it wouldn't be the success that it's become. But you see a lot of these indie games, and sometimes they pick up 2-3 years later. Among Us was not a new game when it became popular. I just want to point that out. Like, for example, Fall Guys, I guess, became pretty popular with some people. I mean, but you've got this genre that's just sort of growing, which is great because it does establish an alternative to the big companies, to the EAs of the world, and that's definitely needed more and more in a time like this. Especially, I think, when it comes to creativity. We've talked about the situation of a lot of politics in video games. This is where you get the pushback, and you get the pushback from the other direction. Sometimes they go political with games, but it's the opposite direction for the sake of balance. I mean, I literally played a Kyle Rittenhouse game with like a Smash TV engine like a couple weeks ago. That's brilliant, because it just shows, hey, okay, you want to put politics in the game? We could do that. And you've got these indie game developers that come up with stuff. One of them was an 8-bit game that I played on Steam called Feminazi, the triggering for like $2. And it's very NES style, and it's hilarious. It's got all the microaggressions and whatnot. And I love the fact that these developers can just take the piss out of these assholes that work in Silicon Valley and ruin everything. Like my dog just ruined everything. Cuckold Simulator, which I mentioned to Brian the other day when he was saying he's all the simulators. I said, I hope you're not Cuckold Simulator. But that's a good one because you can just make these games that take the piss out of the mainstream narrative, and that's a beautiful thing. And you can support these guys for like $2, $3, $5. I mean, that's not going to break the bank as opposed to you're looking at that $60 game and you're thinking, man, I got to choose between that and having a phone this month. I can't afford that, but I can afford $2-3 to the guy who made me laugh.
Right. Yeah.
And by the way, if I make you laugh on this show, be sure to throw a few bucks to Fat Ninja. There are ways to do that in the description.
Thank you, Ruby. Yeah, Cough says nostalgia equals easy funding, man. That's really true because I mean we're all suckers for that. We see like a remake or remaster of some of the old school games that we grew up with, and about 8 times out of 10 we're probably gonna pick it up. So yeah, definitely.
My co-host on Thursday is John. I gotta show you the room. He has a room with just nothing but arcade 1-ups. Like, how much money do you think he's dropped on those over time? What are those, $200, $300 a pop? Yeah. The arcade 1-ups? Yeah. And that's all retro. And they're the reason they keep making them is because they keep making money. Retro sells.
Right. Yep, absolutely. For some reason, the chat bot is being an asshole today, so it's not posting anything. So yeah, please, anybody coming in, hit the thumbs up. If you forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave, hit the thumbs up.
Chain Sentience is on strike. The chatbot is on strike. It's a Chain Sentience. We have to kill it.
Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Number 5 is alive. The chatbot came up.
It feels no pain, no remorse, no pity, and absolutely will not stop until you are dead.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh my God, really crazy. All right, PK. So what about you, sir? What's your take on this, man?
I think it's absolutely cemented itself as such a big part of the video game industry now, and Riv stole me point slightly when it comes to the Microsoft stuff. I was going to mention Xbox Live Arcade because that's where most people's first exposure to some of these games was. The games like Fez, Bastion, Limbo, Inside, all these games that became massive because they had something unique about them. Because they were smaller development teams, they didn't have studios breathing down the neck telling them to change this and change that. They could make these really interesting passion projects with interesting mechanics that kept people engaged. Sometimes they did take on a life of their own. Like I remember how hyped Fez was when that came out because of how much time had gone into creating this game, and even all these years later, people are still discovering things in that game because of how much depth and detail went into it. And you just don't see that with AAA. Look at Ubisoft's press conference this week. 3 Assassin's Creed projects, 2 Division projects. Oh, and here's some Rainbow Six stuff as well. Yeah, you can look through Indiegogo and all these crowdfunding sites and see these little games and think, that actually sounds really interesting. I'll take a punt on that. Like one of my most played games on PC of the last 6 months is a game I paid £1.99 for. It's that Vampire Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a roguelike top-down survival slash shooter. It's like a top-down twin-stick shooter, really, but you've got no control over your weapons, so you've just got to move the character and stay out of trouble. But you're collecting power-ups to get stronger, to get more and more through these levels, and there's always a goal to accomplish in the level of finding a spell book which unlocks a permanent ability, which gives you another level to keep you going. And it's just really fun, and I paid nothing for it. I saw it on Steam and picked it up on a whim, and you just can't do that with AAA titles.
Right. Yeah. Like like Riv was saying, it's like you gotta make a choice. Do I feed my family or let them starve for 3 or 4 days or whatever till my next payday? So yeah, totally understand that. Gonzo, one day I'm gonna play a video game so I can understand what y'all saying. Oh my goodness. You know what? Hey, Gonzo, look, I'm 48 years old. I've been playing games for pretty much my whole entire life. Dude, sometimes there's still some shit I don't understand. So you're not alone.
I'm sure
You are
listening
not
to us
alone.
waffle a
50
couple
when
of
she got
times a
hooked
week
on
and get some
Tetris.
recommendations.
Mine was like 50 when she got hooked on Tetris.
Mhm.
And now she has a bunch of Nintendo DS games that she sent me that like are a bunch of puzzle games nobody cares about. She probably overpaid for.
Yeah, man, there's a market for everybody. There's something for everybody nowadays.
There's a sucker born every minute.
Yeah, it's called my mom with Candy Crush.
There you go.
Oh shit! All right, Pook. What about you, bro? What's your take?
Like Riv and PK said, I remember when the indie games started showing up on the Xbox Marketplace, because it even, if I remember correctly, even had its own little area. It was like indie game compared to the regular marketplace, and now they're just mainstream. Look at like Rocket League and stuff. That was an indie game at first, know. And
you want to hear something screwed up about Rocket League? My brother-in-law is part of the team that's on Rocket League and makes millions of dollars that I don't see.
Oh damn!
Damn, man.
Cold-blooded.
But yeah, I mean, they're pretty acceptable. I mean, it became acceptable, the indie games. I remember when indie games first came around for consoles, it was kind of like, keep kind of shied away from them. But now, I mean, there's big hits that come out of indie companies, and they get bought up eventually by the big companies. And but yeah, I mean, you even see physical releases of indie games. There's a lot of go look at the Switch, especially. There's a lot of weird little indie games that are released actually physically too.
Yeah. As much as we talked about Xbox, any of y'all remember Newgrounds back in the day?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was where a lot of the people started developing little independent little flash games too. We get that very easily.
Looked like Alien Hominid started off
Yeah.
on Newgrounds
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
ended
yeah.
up getting
Yeah.
released on Xbox and making a mint.
That even came out on PS2 and GameCube and stuff, didn't it? The Alien Hominid. Yeah, yeah. That was indie.
I've got the 360 version backwards compatible to me on the Xbox, and it still holds up. It's still a really fun,
It's a fun
hard
game.
as nail shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, some of the ones that I kind of remember from recent memory, not like way back as far as y'all guys went, Cuphead, the
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac, and then Pook reminded me of one, The Messenger.
Messenger. I was playing that. I was playing that on my
Yeah.
channel.
Undertale was indie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Undertale. Yep, another good one, and more currently, Risk of Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely has
Yeah, they
put their
became
permanent footprint.
acceptable now. They're acceptable now. They get physical releases, and people actually were not, in the 360 PS3 area when they started introducing those to console gamers. It was kind of people kind of shied away, but then they started picking up. Now it's made it has cemented its own place.
PK don't know what I'm talking about here. It's also like, mainstream music versus those underground music, those bands that people haven't heard of that are absolutely, amazing, and they're not picked up on major labels. And,
Yeah.
they put on a better show than anybody on the big labels.
No, and like there's a band at the moment that, especially in America, they're starting to get quite big. It's a band called Lorna Shore. They are really heavy, aggressive death metal. They are the band that they're the underground of the underground, but because they're actually relatively catchy, even though the general people probably wouldn't understand the word the lead singer was actually singing, they're actually getting quite popular and mainstream. It's like the death metal equivalent of the indie game boom.
Exactly.
And I'll look at a couple more to throw into the conversation quickly. You got like Celeste and Catherine. You've got Hollow Knight and Shovel Knight as well. In those, these are your Super Meat Boy going all the way back.
Yeah, I love Super Meat Boy. Yeah.
There's so many of these. We're just a really tough 2D platformer. You'll either love us or you'll hate us, but you'll definitely at least give us a try.
Right. Yeah. The hell was that?
Sound like a car going by.
Somebody
Well,
playing
somebody thrown in the car and black bagged and kidnapped. I like to
Right.
sit on the show.
Welcome to the outskirts of the hood, man. Everybody's out today. Welcome to the motherfucking hood. Yeah, that's what it's like out here. Everybody's barbecuing and shit.
Hell yeah.
I still went and grabbed me a slab of ribs from the neighbors when I was taking out the trash. But
there you go. And Obi, what about you, sir? What's your take on this, bro?
Yeah, indies are great if you want to stick it to the big corporations. Everyone has them now. I believe Nintendo calls them Nindies, which I think is kind of cool.
Nindies.
Yeah, and actually today, Xbox had an idea. Xbox. I've not actually caught up on it, but yeah, they had one today, and yeah, I mean, indie. You get these diamonds in the rough. I think that was mentioned on a show last week, wasn't it, by you Ninja? Like, you get these diamonds in the roughs, and I always remember them on Steam, though. To be honest, my only thing with indies is they're not advertised enough. Unfortunately, they're not.
Well, that's the price of being an indie game. Sadly, Obi, they have no ad budget whatsoever, which is
It's always word of mouth, on
Exactly.
shows like this, or bigger podcasts out there, or even the big sites kind of have to push them. So yeah, it's a shame they don't get advertised on the stores. I know Game Pass has a indie section, which is good. And recently, the game came out called Midnight Fight Express. One person did that game.
I gave it a try. I installed it on my computer because I was a beat 'em up. I like Streets of Rage style beat 'em up, so I'll give it a go, and it's fun.
Yeah,
cool. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the EV Mux commercial. I am an affiliate, so if you want to try out EV Mux, be sure to try out for free. And if you like it and like it so much that you want to pay for it, please use my link. It'll be in the show notes of the video down below. Like I said, minute 15. Go take a break real quick, get some food, bathroom, whatever you got to do. But make sure you come back because you know what time it is when we come back from the commercial. It's time for Rib to pop the top and rip somebody's face off.
All right.
So be back in a minute 15. You've been listening and participating with the Wayback Throwback.
All right, I'm live. That was easy.
All right, we are back. Thank you for hanging out with us on the Wayback Throwback. Of course, this is a time of the show where you really came to see, came to hear. Riv is going to pop the top off and rip somebody's face off. Without further ado, Riv, take it away.
Yo, so we'll probably talk about these a little more on some of the other shows throughout the week that we do. But you had State of Play, you had Nintendo Direct, you have whatever Microsoft does. Obi's going to kill me for calling it whatever Microsoft does. But my problem is this. You have all these little, let's show a couple games here, let's show a couple games there, let's show a couple games here, a couple games here. Shut the, oh my God, why did you fucking morons get rid of E3? Oh no, because of COVID-19. Well, how'd that work out for you? Because it seems like everything else is open again. No, we're going to get rid of E3 forever. You motherfuckers are the stupidest. Like, you know what I would rather have than like 16 different little events? One fucking event where they got to be ready to show something, anything, that they're going to be coming up with. And that's kind of, E3 was the standard, but they got rid of it. They got rid of it. They got rid of, you know, I've been to several E3s, and it's a lot of fun, you know, as a journalist. You know how bad, that should tell you the state of journalism. When I count as a fucking journalist to get in these motherfucking things, something that's probably gone terribly wrong to begin with, so I'll give them that in terms of canceling E3. Maybe they canceled it because back then, when I used to go to E3 back in 98, 99, about, 75 pounds ago and less, bags under the eyes and shit, I used to take pictures with the booth babes, and they had to have booth babes. We weren't in this Me Too era, this feminist era with these fat mongoloids, like these people who helped develop Saints Row that you can't tell, what gender they are or how many ton they are or anything like that. Look, you had to have hot-ass booth babes. You had Eidos booth babes. You had Lara Croft. This is where the cosplay really began at E3. And good Lord, the women didn't mind taking pictures with you, and I had a lot of pictures, a lot of big titty bitches. Let me tell you, that's right, big titty bitches. But now what do we got? We got real life bitches that sit on Twitter, and by bitch, I mean bitch-made people who they don't want you to have nice things in game. When we had a little more structure to the industry, these assholes had to have something to show in the summer and have that shit out by Christmas, and they had to put it together in a very nice way. Now, these companies don't know their heads from their ass, they don't know what they're doing, and they really don't care because y'all just keep giving them money anyway. That's why I don't give them shit. I don't give them a damn thing. And maybe you shouldn't either. Try an indie game, folks. Try an indie game, because at least that money goes to paying somebody who developed the game probably to feed their family, instead of EA who's just greedy assholes. But I want my damn E3 back, and I want my big booty bitches at E3 back as well.
I am Fat Ninja, and I endorse that message. especially the last part.
Big booty
Oh my
bitches.
Big booty
Oh,
bitches.
E3, I mean, man, that place was, when you want to meet chicks, E3 was it. Holy fuck.
And Gonzo said, PSA, if you live in the Carroll Stream area, my kid has got his driver's permit. Be afraid.
There's your warning, folks. There's
Is
your
your
warning.
child's last name Uso? Because then I'd really be afraid. You know how many guys they got in that family?
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
There's a reason why they had to pull the one up from NXT just to fly to the UK so he could interfere in the match because the other can't fly.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
When the Uso penitentiary becomes real life.
Yeah.
He's headed there.
Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Well, no talking about Oz. So let's go. Let's move over to our last topic. Oh my god, I killed me. I killed me. Okay. Moving.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
All right. So our last topic is now once again in context. Do you think storylines of past games back in the day, do they stack up or are they less than the storylines of games today? I believe the stories of yesteryear were a hell of a lot better than the games that are out now, because most of the storylines that I see in games these days, either A, they bore me to death to where I damn near fall asleep, or two, they're just so disengaged from what they're actually trying to convey in the cutscene, it doesn't make any damn sense, or it's just poorly written. So that's my take on it. PK, I'll start with you. What's your take on this, sir?
I think there's definitely an argument for what you said, but you got to get the right story. It does, especially in modern games, because again, I'll bring up Ubisoft as the example of how not to do this. When they try and stretch out a perfectly good story over 85, 90-hour Assassin's Creed game, no, doesn't work. You forget by about halfway through, if you even finish the game, what the important plot beats were. Yet 5 or 6 hour graphic adventure style game, like something like a Until Dawn, Man and Medan, The Quarry, those sorts of horror games. As Dusk Falls, the most recent one that's not long hit Game Pass, they all memorable stories because they're not too long, and the whole reason those games exist is the stories. For me, you've got to have either a very good story, but where the lightness of the mechanics doesn't mean a difference, or you've really got to have good mechanics to cover your lack of story. And there's a lot of games now don't get that balance, whereas back in the day, it was 50-50 balance. It was, right, here's the reason why you're running through all these levels, trying to kill all these ninjas. So here's a flimsy reason why, but it's a memorable flimsy reason why. Look at Double Dragon. The whole point of the Double Dragon story is your girlfriend gets beaten up at the start, and you go and get her back.
Yeah.
It's a simple story, but it's memorable because it's simple.
And in the process, you throw a steroid man who's bald off a conveyor belt. You literally committed fucking murder. Think about it.
Right. Hey, we got John Paul in the building. What's up, brother? Recent subscriber of the channel. John Paul's a cool ass dude. Please go check out his YouTube channel. That's how his name is, John Paul. Go check him out. Good dude. He runs with Nitro Freak, so you already know Nitro's a good dude. He runs with him, so definitely a good, solid dude. Make sure you go check him out. Check out his channel. Okay, so Pook, I'll kick it over to you, sir. What's your take on it, bro?
it depends how far back you go. If you go back to the 8-bit and 16-bit era, those games, some of those were so badly translated. They were so butchered that parts of the story didn't even make sense on some of those RPGs and stuff. I would say that the storylines are better now. I think that they're done better now. Graphically, they look better. They tell the story better. Japanese games are translated better in most cases. So, I mean, I know a lot of 16-bit RPGs where you find out that the actual plot of the game was something completely better and different than what we got here in the States. And
or much darker because of Nintendo.
Yeah, much darker and things that had to do with religion and sacrifices and all kinds of stuff that you missed out on the game. And it's like, I would say it's definitely much better these days.
Okay, all right. Riv, what about you, sir? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I co-sign on a lot of what Pook said there. I mean, again, but it also depends on how far back you go, because on the original NES, we had a lot of games that the only reason you knew the story is your mind is Mandela affected a little bit if you're thinking NES, because a lot of the reason you knew the story was because you read the instruction booklet, because Nintendo games used to come with an instruction booklet to tell you what the fuck was going on. Yeah. But then they would show you none of that story in the game itself until, like, maybe you got the ending, maybe you get the beginning. Really, other than Ninja Gaiden, which was cinematically for its time a masterpiece, did you really get a whole lot of what the hell was going on? Yeah. I mean, again, you got it from an instruction booklet. I know the story of Metroid, but was it really put in front of my face all that much while I played the game? Absolutely not. It's just kill the brain in the jar, and the rest is history. So I mean, a lot of the young, the infancy of the Nintendo era games was not well put together. I mean, you look at it, and and to Pook's point there, a lot of translations were awful. If you play like Strider on NES, that's one of the worst translated games I've ever seen in my life. I mean, and sometimes badly translated games are charming, like in the case of, and Obi will back me up on this, the older Samurai Showdown games intentionally had bad, what we call English, where it's kind of, you silly funster and little weird wink quotes. I'll never be beaten in comfort such as you. What are you even saying?
Why are you even talking?
Yeah, it cracks you the fuck up. But then you really look at today, the modern games, and what they're able to do because of the evolution of technology. We literally just saw, with Tekken 8, an incredible cinematic, convey of story between Kazuya and Jin. That you can't get that anywhere else. And Obi, I know he'll probably attest to me on a lot of the Metal Gear stuff as well. But I mean, even Final Fantasy 14, which I play a lot, I mean, this was a brilliantly woven story over the course of 4 or 5 expansions they've wrapped up, and now they're going to do another. They turn the page and they're going to do another chapter of stories. But they really had to weave that together and think long term. What are our plans for this franchise? What are our plans for this series? What do we want to do? They have to sort of look at it more like if you have a multi-season television show. There's a lot more planning that goes into it, as opposed to okay, this game is just going to be we're going to have you shoot shit. Okay, we don't really know what. Write something in the instructions that sounds cool and just put it in the box.
That's what they did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And in a lot of cases, it was wrong. But like you said, Poop, I was just playing Pixel Remastered Final Fantasy 4. I had to download a retranslation because they sort of went back to a bad translation of the game where they toned down a lot of words and phrasing and whatnot. And it's insulting to the intelligence, but they really just thought we were dumb. Case in point, that's the reason Final Fantasy II Japan never came out in the US, because the story was retarded. It's literally, oh, I'm evil. Oh, I'm not evil anymore. I will join your party now. Wait a minute, there were no consequences for any of the evil shit you did. Oh no, I join your party now. It's okay. We're friends. You have been antagonizing me the whole game.
Right, I murdered a whole village of people, women and children, but I'm going to join your party.
I committed war crimes and wiped out every town in the game except 3. And now I'm part of your party because I don't want to be evil guy no more. And you suffer no consequences? What?
Oh, shit. Terrible. We got John Paul saying hi. And Nitro Freak comes back. Sup, Ninja Bro? What's going on, brother? Hey, man, thank you for coming back and hanging out. Appreciate you, man. I know you're a busy guy and everything, but yeah, man, thanks for coming back and hanging out. And Obi, so now what do you? Where's your tank? Your take on this?
I'm in two minds. I mean, you had games like
Your tank.
It's okay. You had games like Streets Race 2 that had a real simple storyline. Games like Revenge of Shinobi, things like that. But they were great games, though. They were fantastic games.
Yeah.
But I think cutscenes did help a lot. I think, tell the story. Street Fighter 2, you just got a picture at the end. It didn't explain anything after you beat M. Bison, things like that. Ryu just walking off into the sunset. It's like, what does that mean? Like,
Well, hey, now Blanca's mom gave him a hug, man.
That was emotional, man. Shit.
It was actually.
I don't know. I just felt cheated on SF2 because it's like if you beat it on the hardest level, it's kind of like, all right, yeah. But I guess at the same time, all right, Street Fighter players, you don't need lore, right? It's kind of but they explained it afterwards in the other games. So I think it's cool. I mean, unfortunately, a game like MGS, you have to play over a few days because it's so long and drawn out. But I think it's a good few days. I think you won't be disappointed. I know it's a complex thing, but yeah, I think the games of today, as long as the story cutscenes are not too long or storylines not too complex, I think it's great. I think NetherRealm does a fantastic job. Except when they retcon shit. That's my annoyance.
NetherRealm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that, because they're going to retcon Mortal Kombat again with the next game, and I'm sort of like, wait a minute, you just retconned it like 2 games ago. You just
right. Yeah, I'm worried about Tekken 8 again, which had a typo, by the way. If anyone missed it, I don't know if you caught that one, Riv, where it says people likes us shouldn't exist. Did you catch that?
There we go. We got showdownism in Tekken. I'll take it.
It was such a great trailer, and then it's like they made it. I'm assuming it was a typo, but I'm willing to forgive and forget. It's okay. Maybe they were rushing it out, which is fine. So, yeah.
Oh God.
Gotta love the wonderment of video games. Even for all the technology where shit can be written out for you, you still find some fuck ups. That's awesome. All right. Well, wow, we are just a little over 45 minutes. That's gonna be a quick show today. Okay, so Obi, is there any shout outs or plugs you got, sir?
Yeah, just a quick reminder about the donation run on for Fat Ninja. You can find the link on the show notes there at the bottom. Sharing it is probably more important than even if you can't donate. Also, me and Pook did a couple of shows. We talked about Nintendo and Sony's events on his channel. If you want to check it out, we got Capcom coming tomorrow. We don't know what they're going to announce. They have said what they're going to announce, but we may get a whole lot of nothing. So maybe me and Pook will do that tomorrow or Friday. So
yeah, probably Friday. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
It depends. It depends what they announce. We've said that so many times, but then we've done something because they've announced some good stuff. So
right, yeah.
Nice. Black Money Corporation checking in the building. What's up, brother, man? How's it going? Thank you for coming out and supporting the show. If y'all want to know about like financials, and also, dude, look, if you want to know about Black history, like actual real Black history, not the bull crap that they teach you in schools, check out his channel. This dude is a wealth of knowledge about Black history and also economics. So make sure you go check out his YouTube channel. Same as his name right there, Black Money Corp. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you. And we got Weave's World checking in at the tail end of the show. What's up, brother? Thank you very much for checking in. And once again, thank you for the donation to the fundraiser. Thank you so much, dude. You are a fucking champion. Appreciate you, bro. And we got Games Guy checking in. Hello, FatNinjaDM. We are We are the Game Guy team. And do you like to play all these games? But if you really do, play the games every day and play games all the day. Thank you very much. That was kind of like
Games Guide. I pretty much play games for a living. You want to see
Right.
something, Games Guide? Here, I don't know how well you can see it. Look at all that shit, man. Up to the ceiling, man. Look. Look. You want to doubt that? You want to doubt that I play video games, man? Check it out, brother.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? He's a heck of a wrestler and a stand-up guy.
El Dandy. You don't doubt El Dandy.
El Dandy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so before we get out of here, just a little teaser. On Friday, it will be the debut of the new intro to Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio. So please, from our good friend Different Styles, who made those awesome graphics that I showed on Monday's show, he's made a new intro for this show on Friday. So check it out. Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio on Friday. The new intro will be dropping. And Black Money said, "Oh, Tron, yeah, dude, man, I lost so many damn quarters of that game. So I sucked at that game, man. It was the colors, Duke of the colors. I kept playing it because of the colors.
Yeah, man. The arcade was great. I also played Tron Deadly Discs on the Intellivision. I used to play the hell out of that one.
Oh wow,
that one's great. Yeah.
Oh wow, damn. That was even way before me, bro. That was way before me, man. I never even heard of that game. Damn, dude.
Oh yeah. Man.
Nice. Anything else anybody got to say before we go ahead and get out of here?
Real quick, friend of the show here, Jason Saunders. We're trying to get him up to 100 subs. I believe he's like at 72 or 73. So if you like video game content, video game pickups, he started doing his own little kind of live gameplays and commentaries. Check out Jason Saunders' channel here on YouTube. You just look up Jason Saunders and you'll find him. I don't know if there's a link in the thing or not. Maybe we can put one in by next.
I can get a link.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Thank you, Obi. Yeah, Jason Saunders, another cool person of the show. He actually did a live stream of him playing Mercs for the Sega Genesis, I believe, just recently. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he did Two Crew Dudes too. When Daddy East beat him up. Yeah.
So if you like old school pickups, like Pook said, old school gameplay, from back in the day, definitely go check him out. Cool ass dude. Thank you, Obi. Yeah, there's the link for Jason's channel there in the chat. Please go snap up his channel.
He's at 75. I gave him a subscription earlier this morning. So.
Cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Obi.
Nice. Yeah. Please go check him out. He's a good, solid dude. Appreciate it. All right. Well,
can I just chime in with one very quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, PK.
Wrestling company I used to work for, TNT Extreme Wrestling, based in Liverpool, England. I've got 3 massive shows this weekend. There's a company in America, Game Changer Wrestling. They've become a bit infamous because like the Joey Janela Spring Break shows and basically taking over from CZW as one of the premier deathmatch wrestling companies in America. They're actually over in Liverpool in the UK for a triple header of shows with TNT Wrestling. There's a TNT show, there's a GCW show, and there's a TNT versus GCW show. You can get them all on fight.tv for, I think it's $29 for the package to stream all 3. So if you're remotely interested in wrestling and you want to see some really good British wrestling talent going up some of the best up-and-comers from America, it's well worth your time.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. We got Nora saying hi to Nitro. Oh, John Paul. Thank you, bro. He just subbed to Jason Saunders. Awesome.
Thanks, man. That's cool.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Okay, well, I guess that's it. So we're going to go ahead and slide on out of here. So let's hit the outro screen and get the hell out of here. All right. Thank you, everybody, for chilling out with us on the Wayback Throwback. Very easy one to putting in the can. If you would like for us to talk about on the Wayback Throwback, this is Game Talk Radio. In the comments below the video.